Hey guys, Chris at Rockford Ordnance. Got some really neat products for you today. You know, I don't necessarily do reviews. I don't do head-to-head stuff. What I bring you are products that I have used, that I know work, and that I keep using every day. That being said, when I find something, I just bring it to you and I show it to you. I know it works. In this case, it's a company where I know their products are fantastic. They've got a few new ones that I haven't used yet, but I know they're going to work. I can tell right off the bat. And then there's some that I really want to check out and bring to you. So we're going to be doing that over the next couple months too. I'm going to start this off by saying, you know, I don't know over the years if I've just gotten just older or smarter or both, but you guys may have seen this rifle. This is, well, it started life as an Arsenal 107 FR, and it came in standard fare with regular Arsenal handguards and a folding polymer stock. And I wanted to make an alpha clone. Well, I should go one step further. Krebs then worked his magic on it. This is a Krebs K103, fabulous gun. But I had the genius idea to turn it into an alpha clone. And when I tell you heavy, this rifle is heavy. It's not to say that the products on this rifle aren't good. I like them. It's just, it's a lot of work to run this rifle. That's all I'm going to say. So, as I've gotten older over the years, and smarter, I like to think, I found a company a few years ago, TDI Arms, and I started using their products. And the first product I used their stuff on was this. This is a Arsenal 107R, and I use their handguard, which is their M-Lock Billet handguard. You can see I've put a forward grip on it, a few other things, and I liked it so much that I wanted one for a rifle I use all the time, and that's my Hugo NPAP. And at the time, nobody offered a handguard for it, or at least one that worked well. So I had heard rumors that they were coming out with one for the Hugos, and tried to get a hold of them, couldn't. I finally sent an email saying, hey, I love your product so much. Please, please, please let me know when you're coming out with one of these. Don't you know they got back to me and said, hey, how many you got and what are you using? We're going to send you a few to test out. And the rest is history. I have just used these things on everything and I love them. I use it usually in conjunction with these cheese graters, and maybe TDI wants to look into making some kind of top cover to go along with these, because I sure would like it. Not that these cheese graters don't work, they're great, but maybe we could use the real estate up there a little bit. But these handguards are phenomenal. They've worked out well on this NPAP, and they fit the Z-PAPs too. So that was another one, and that's how I got together with them. And I've also got one on my Vepr 12, which I didn't bring over here, which nobody else makes one for either, that in my opinion is any good. Anyhow, we've got another 107 FR, but this time it's their 33 model with the triangle folding stock. And this rifle in this form, in my opinion, is as near to perfect as an AK comes. It needs a couple minor tweaks, but other than that, it is great. And it's super, super light, super handy for exiting vehicles, whole 9 yards. So we were talking with TDI Arms not too long ago, and they had a few new products for me to take a look at, and I'm going to bring them to you on this rifle. So let's jump into the good stuff here. First and foremost, we've got a couple handguards, and this is their LMT 47. So I hope you can see this. It is a polymer handguard. Very, not too different from a stock handguard from an AK, But how it differs is you have a short rail section here. It's about 3.5 centimeters, one on both sides, and then a full rail on the bottom. They've also got these ribs here and a nice bump out here, so you can get a really nice hold on it. Still have all this open for a grip, but have space to mount things all over. The polymer's really neat. If you're used to a mag pull or something along those lines, totally different. It almost feels like hard rubber. Looks like it may have some type of carbon in it. Really quality piece. You'll notice there's no heat shield in there. Don't need it with this. Extremely impervious to heat. So we're going to test this out. I haven't used it, but I can tell you by the feel of this thing, it's just good quality stuff. Really nice. They did send me another one of the Billet M-Lock rails. This for an AKM. There's a few models. The AKML will fit any AKM model you have, so it's going to fit perfect on here. I want to hold this one up too. So you see it's not, you know, the profile of this is very similar but adds the rails to it. They also make a top cover for this with a top rail, which would be great for mounting an optic up top, red dot or something, so that'd be cool. They didn't send me one of those, but saw that on their site and it looks really neat. A couple other cool things. There's probably nothing I hate more than the original AK grip, right? So tiny, so small. Thing was made for really small people. You get no leverage with it. It's short, it's thin. If your hands are any larger than a 10-year-old, it sucks. That's what it does. So take a look at this and tell me down in the comments, what do you think that looks like? Well, the letters they used to describe it, I'm sorry I have to look here, it's ERG, their ERG grip, and that stands for Enhanced Russian Grip. So it looks just like the new Russian grips that are out, right? And while the sides may be smooth, you've got this angle here, and it comes with the screw, and the bottom is covered, so you're not going to get mud and crap up in there, and you could probably even store some things up in there. But my point to this grip and why I like it is the angle, because I can get leverage to drive that gun. I can handle the entire gun single-handedly with my strong arm, keep my weak side clear to open gates, open doors, make entry, what have you, and completely run my gun with this hand. That's why I like that. So we're going to try that out. This is exceptionally cool. This is their UPG 47 grip. And let me show you this. It's a ton of pieces in here. And it's a modular grip. It gives you the ability to essentially build your own custom grip. So here it is. You'll see there's a nice hump back here in the back strap. You'll also see there's finger grooves. So all you guys that hate finger grooves, they're probably shutting the video off right now, but don't do that. I like the finger grooves. It works great for me. It's got this hump here that gives more of an angle, so again, I can drive that weapon and use it. If you don't like this back, let's see. Here is a bigger one that fits right in, and then here's a flat one. Let's say you don't like that angle. You want to keep it flat so you can keep that elbow tucked in. There's the flat one. Now, finger grooves, you can't stand them, right? Well, we can get rid of them. There's the flat front. If you like finger grooves, but maybe you got fat fingers or something, here is one with a top finger groove and then smooth down here. Here's how they change out, guys. Grab them, squeeze them, pull them out, and you'll see these are a polymer that's really flexible and soft. Soft like rubber, you get a nice grip on it, and it's as simple as sticking it in there, clicking it in, and it comes with roll pins that go in to hold it in. Same with the back. The back comes apart that way. There's a compartment down here. You pop the cover out, the roll pins are in there. so you can store batteries and things. Super, super nice. The one thing I will say, I don't get into pricing, but if I told you the pricing on this stuff, you guys would fall out of your chair, because it's extremely inexpensive compared to most stuff, and just fabulous quality. This thing, guys, is I'm not good with really light weights. I would say throw me a couple rounds of 7.62 and it probably weighs less than 2 rounds of that. 2 ounces, I don't know, incredibly light. And the cool thing with these is you get a QD mount, you get M-LOK down both sides, you get M-LOK in the bottom. You can use it to run some of your cables for your lights and such through it. Just a really, really nice unit. Now, I've put it on all these rifles. I've never had to so much as, you know, even take a couple swipes of a file or anything to make it fit. It fits nice, it fits tight, it doesn't move, and it's just a quality piece. So we're excited to put this on here again. What else? We're going to put this thing together here real quick, run out to the shop and do it, and we will be right back with this thing ready to go. We're going to run it through its paces, guys. We're going to bring you another video of us using it and beating the snot out of it, frankly, and I know it's going to hold up. It has on all of these. You guys have seen those rifles in tons of videos, and you'll see this one. This is going to be our lightweight platform. What else are we going to do to it? Oh, maybe a Krebs safety, a few other things, but I'll leave that surprise for when it's finished. Right now, let's get this TDI stuff on there. I'll be right back. All right, guys, so there it is. We got it in our first configuration. We used our UPG and our what do they call this one? The LMV Handguard, and came out pretty cool. I had laying around, I've been messing with some shorty ARs and some old school stuff. I had this laying around, so I just threw it on there to see how solid this is, and it's very solid. And then I discovered, wow, I actually like this. Guess what? Instead of those shorty ones, very rarely do you find a bipod that can clear that 30-round mag, and this does. The other thing is it clears the mag for reloads, no problem. What I discovered in putting this on is that the difference between this handguard and the stock is it's missing the lump here. So it gives you a nice flat area under here. Of course, we've got our 2 rail sections, one on each side. Really solid, slid right in. The other thing I really like is, when I was putting on, I discovered that the handguard actually has a portion that slides outside the receiver. You still have the portion that slides inside the receiver, but this has a secondary lip that slides over. So, you know, ARs are a little different than, or I'm sorry, AKs are a little different than ARs in that each one may be a hair different. Well, this will cover any gaps, number one, which there wouldn't be actually on this one. It also keeps debris that might get in there from getting in there. So really a nice piece. It slid right in tight. There is no movement whatsoever. Really nice. The grip, let's get to that. Wow, fabulous. What I noticed, the biggest thing is, it really allows, in this gap here, for your hand to get up in that gun. You're right under the receiver, put your finger in a perfect firing position, very comfortable here, tons of leverage. Guess what else? Your hand's further forward just enough that I can manipulate the safety. Might not have to change it out. That might be a good thing. Yeah, works great. Awesome. So really, really, really comfortable. While we were in there, we put an ALG trigger in there. I hadn't done that yet. I have that in all our rifles. But really, really a nice setup. This is very comfortable any way you cut it. We're going to put it into the other configuration with the M-LOK handguard. We'll bring that to you in just a second, and then you guys can tell me what you think down in the comments. We'll be right back. All right, guys, so here she is in our final format. I hope the Bakelite mag didn't throw you off too much. We have our AKML TDI Arms Billet M-Lock handguard on here. We left the top cover alone. We also have our enhanced Russian grip by TDI Arms on here. And it makes for a really, really clean look. Very thin, very lightweight, very utilitarian, and works well. Puts a smile on my face. God, I love these. They're just so there. They just work. Of course, we can always put some rails on here and add some accessories. As I suspected, this enhanced Russian grip does give you a lot more ability to manipulate this weapon with one hand due to the enhanced angle. You can see that the rear cover fits very well. I like that. It did, unlike the other grip, I can't quite get up as far on this one. It is back a little bit. It does leave a little bit of a gap here, but it doesn't affect anything. The stock will fold, and I suspect it'll be fine on any polymer stock or any other stock you choose to put on. Just a little gap here, you won't even notice it. Just a neat looking weapon. So, get down in the comments, tell us which one you like best. In my opinion, they both have their uses. This gun, I guess it depends which way I take it. I'm looking for something lightweight like I was on my other fixed stock version of this. And I wanted the folder. However, discovering how well that forward grip with the bipod works with it all and how comfortable that other grip is, that's really neat. I'd love to see that with that other handguard with the matching top cover and put that through its paces. So we're going to be bringing you this rifle over the next few videos and taking her out to the range, doing a little training with it, and just have a blast. God, love these rifles. I can't say enough about them. So I hope you enjoyed this. Wanted to show you a couple different configurations and what we're going to be working on to put this rifle in my perfect configuration. So keep an eye out for the videos, guys. Please like, please subscribe. Check out our Instagram. We're going to have some cool pictures of this. Check out our Facebook. And as always, Rockford Ordnance out.